Right, here back for another episode, TWS Season 4, Episode 17, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm kind of losing the plot. It's been a long season. Anyway, today I am rolling solo in terms of the usual hosts. Al unfortunately couldn't make it to this recording. But anyway, I'm not rolling solo. I'm here with the man they called Makalo, aka Married Mac, aka Medallion Mac, aka Madman Mac. I could keep going for a while. How's it going, bro?
I'm easy. You forgot one thing. I am Comrades finisher Mac.
Yeah. Marathon Mac.
Marathon Mac.
Comrades Marathon Mac. Alright. Otherwise, how's it going, man?
No, I'm easy, man. I'm fully recovered.
Yeah.
Last week, this time I was probably crying. I was like, what? Probably an hour left before I finished, man.
Yeah,
it was tough.
Jeez, man.
It was a tough one.
Guys, the Comrades Marathon is, how long is it to be exact?
The up run is 87.7 kilometers from Durban City Hall to Scottsville Racecourse.
God damn. Now, for people that don't run, like a marathon is probably like the biggest thing, right? And that's 42.2 kilometers.
42.2.
That's like the international standards.
Quick lesson, right?
Yeah.
The reason it's called marathon is it originated in Greece, right?
Yeah.
There's back in the day.
I've heard this. Yeah.
When the Greeks were fighting, there's a town called Marathon.
Yeah.
So the Greeks won a battle in this town.
Yeah.
And one of the guys ran from Marathon to Athens to let the emperor know that we won. So the distance between Athens and Marathon is 42.2 kilometers.
Yeah.
So that's why the full distance is
okay. So it's not just an arbitrary number.
No.
Okay. So marathon is 42, half marathon obviously is 21, and then the rest don't really have a name. Like fun run, maybe give them a 5K, and then there's 10K in between. Now, Comrades Marathon is what's called an ultra marathon. It's not even like, so anything beyond 42.2 is called an ultra marathon, right?
Yeah.
This is like, twice a marathon. I feel like it should have its
unique name.
Yeah, its own unique name. The tagline for Comrades Marathon is the ultimate human race.
And let me tell you, they don't call it that for nothing.
Okay. Where to start? What made you want to do something? And you've run a couple of marathons, right? Okay, let me start here. Talk us through what's on your neck. Let's get it off, because we try to have a clean recording. Talk us through some of your favorite ones, right? Before we get to
I actually brought all my faves.
Yeah.
This is Golden Ears Half Marathon I did in Canada.
Okay.
I came 7th male overall.
Oh.
My personal
Marathon?
best. No, half marathon.
Half marathon, okay.
I ran 142 there.
Okay.
And then
that's crazy.
This is Best Med Tux Marathon I did this year.
Yeah.
I ran 143.
Okay.
This year. A minute slower than Pit Meadows.
Yeah.
And then I do some cycling as well.
Oh, okay. You're into cycling now.
My 94.7 from last year going back again this year.
Okay. Have you been cycling for a while?
I've had a bike for a while, but I never
took it seriously.
So last year I decided, you know what, let me try and see what I can do there.
Okay. What else you got?
I got Soweto Marathon. Last year I did the 442.2.
Yeah, okay, I might know a bit about that.
I started with you there, but you went for the baby.
Yeah.
I did 415 over there. This is very special to me.
Which one is that?
The Deloitte Marathon, one of the toughest.
Hey. Ikile and Sota Deloitte Marathon, guys. If you're not, guys, I tried doing a 42 there, and I DNF'd. I'm not ashamed to admit that I did not finish that one. But I had ran a 42, I think, a week before. But I instantly left fine. Those hills are just like crazy.
It's a double loop, and you're climbing for the first 8, and then after 21 you climb for another 8. It's special to me because it's the first time I ran under 4 hours.
Okay.
So I did 3:59. Still under 4 hours.
Hey man, they all count.
Still under 4 hours.
Okay.
And then I've got
what else?
these big boys.
Yeah. That's huge.
these are some big things. So let me just take everything off here.
Okay.
These two are BMO Vancouver Marathon.
Okay.
I've got 2017 there, 2016 here. Shout out to the Raptors.
This is a big ass thing.
This is huge, man. Like, these were tough because I couldn't train in Vancouver because it rained so much.
Yeah.
Right? So I did just under 5 hours there.
Okay.
Then I went out to Alaska. Seattle, sorry.
Yeah.
The Alaska 42.2, I ran 4:24 there.
Okay. Was that looks like mountains? Was that
like the landscape in Seattle is very mountainous?
Yeah.
Right? So
but the route?
The route it's flat-ish.
Okay.
There's like 2-3 hills. One's called the King and Queen of Hills. It's like a 500-meter incline. But
okay, so nothing too insane.
Nothing too insane.
Oh, man, that's got some jewels on it.
Hey, bro, I'm blinging out here, man.
Okay, what else you got?
And then I did the Vancouver Rock and Roll. This was my first half marathon I did when I got to Vancouver.
Okay.
They the medals there crazy.
Yeah, I can see. These are hefty.
And then this is Two Oceans,
which
56
you did
kilometers
earlier this year. Yeah.
Again, very special.
Is it as beautiful as they hype it up to be in terms of like scenery?
Out of all these medals, this is literally the most beautiful race.
Okay.
I ran 5:58 there. I just made bronze. The bronze cutoff is 6
hours.
So I had to give it my all.
Okay.
And the smallest is the most important.
Is the most precious. We can let you keep that one.
I'll keep this bad boy. This took me 11 hours, 19 minutes, and 51 seconds.
Oh. 11 hours.
Running. You don't even spend 11 hours at work, bro.
Bruh, that's like a full on day. That's like from me or via spanning. Then you start off at the gym, just spanning, work a full 8 hours and come back of running.
Bro.
Okay. Alright, so now we've established that you're an accomplished runner.
Thank you very
much.
Mr.
International. Why this one? What made you want to make that leap from 42 to Comrades to 87, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to do the Comrades. I started running in 2013.
Yeah.
And the way I got into running, I used to work with a guy called Anthony Tennant. He's a seasoned runner, man. So Madala is like, you have a runner of a body of a long distance run.
Yeah.
Like, gotta be crazy. So this guy's like, no, let me register you for a race.
Yeah.
Try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Okay. So at this point, you're doing nothing.
Dude, I'm doing nothing. I'm living my best life. I'm got a good job. Like, weekends for me is let's go live it up.
Sure.
You know? So I have a philosophy in life where I gotta try something once.
Yeah.
Before I can knock it.
Okay. So if it doesn't work out,
I can say, look, I know I don't like Chinese food.
Yeah.
Because Chinese food, I don't vibe with it. But
okay.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mess with sushi and chow mein and all of that. Like, that's not me.
Okay.
You know?
Alright.
So Madela hooks me up. He signs me up for the Audi Love Run in Pretoria. I go do that.
What kind of distance was
10K.
It? Okay.
It was 10K. I get back to work. I'm like, yo, Madela, when's the next race, bro? He's like, and I literally fell in love with it. Right?
Yeah.
So after that, I got into more races, 10Ks, walk the talk.
Yeah. And
then I graduated to halves. Then I did the half and the half and the half. Then another buddy of mine from back home, Lesotho.
Yeah.
Tapo is like him. Because this guy's been running since we were in university. He went to UCT and he was doing Two Oceans back in varsity, right? So he's like, him and I had Two Oceans. Like him and I.
From 21 to 56.
You know?
Sure.
So he's like, no, he also went to qualify. So 2014, I do the Soweto Marathon. I qualified at 4:45.
Yeah.
And then I went to Two Oceans. The following year, 2015, I went out there. We had a good time. I ran 6:24 that year. So
would it be correct to say, no. So you went from 42. Okay, so you did 142.
I did 140. I did the Soweto in 2014 November, and then I went to the Cape Val Marathon in, I think it's around Marchish.
Yeah.
And then I did that. Then I went. So I did two full marathons before my first tour.
Okay.
So after that, I'm like, nah, this is actually very cool.
Yeah.
then I heard about the Comrades. Because the guy who got me into running was trying to get his green number. He was like on 9 medals, right? So I'm like, what? 87? Durban to Pietermaritzburg? I'm like, dude, I get tired driving that route. Like, it's like, let me leave you. One day you're going to try it out. So eventually I'm like, you know what? One day I'm going to do the up run and the down run. Then I can say I'm a seasoned runner. So I got back last year and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to Comrades next year.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. All right. So the day of the race finally begins. Let's say before the day of the race, right? The day. Let's not skip ahead. Training, right? Mm-hmm. What's the training like? Did you design your own training? Did you find something online? How hard was it, discipline wise? What kind of mileage did you have to cover to make sure you had it in your legs to carry you over damn near 100 kilometers? What was the training like for you?
So I started training on the 2nd of January this year.
Okay, but that's kind of unfair because you're a runner, right?
No, after I did the 94.7 challenge, I literally stopped running, cycling, everything.
Okay, so and that was what?
That was mid-November.
Okay.
So mid-November, all of December, I never wore my running shoes.
Okay.
I was so rusty that on the 2nd of Jan, I couldn't run 3 kilometers. Three in class, and this don't matter. Like, I was toast.
All right.
So I sat down, I'm like, all right, let me design myself a program.
Yeah.
So what I did is I ramp it up every week. So I get 1 hour with 3 kilometers in class. I'm like, all right, by the end of this week, can I make it matter 5?
Sure.
And then the week after that, I did 10.
Yeah.
And then 15. And then 20.
Week on week.
Week on week, I add 5Ks. Right?
Okay. And
then I used the Deloitte to qualify.
Yeah.
So I chose specifically Deloitte because it's tough. I said, I'm going to do a sub 4 at Deloitte using this program. So I do that, but it needs discipline. Like any sport, it needs commitment, dedication, discipline.
Okay.
I had this thing on WhatsApp with my running buddies where I literally wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, and then by 5 o'clock I posted on Nike running app as my status, wake up and run. So I did like 10Ks, 5Ks, 7Ks, just to make sure that within any given week I have 70K mileage.
Okay. Is that why 70K specifically?
Because between January and May, I needed to have clocked 1,000 kilometers for me to be comfortable to say I'm going to run the Comrades.
Okay.
So after I qualified for Deloitte, I included high altitude training.
Okay.
I went to Lesotho a couple of times with my running partner, so I went with Manzi one time.
Yeah.
So it's easier to.
So wait, like, are you working during all of this? Is running all that you're doing?
That's why I say it became more difficult as soon as it got cold.
Yeah.
Because in the summertime you can wake up and it's already bright at 4, right?
Yeah.
So I go, I run, I hit the shower, I go to work.
Yeah. But
you need perfect time management.
Yeah.
My time management, I try and squeeze in my runs. Very important for me because this is Comrades.
Yeah.
You cannot
you can't mess around.
You know? So Makaya, I go into the mountains. It's easier to breathe at low altitude or sea level than it is when you're higher up.
The air is thinner.
It's cold. Like I remember the one time I went to Simongo. Simongo is high up in the mountains. So it was chilly. Simongo it's cold all the time, right? So Matara is like 7 in the morning.
How high up is this place? Like
it's about 2,000 meters above sea level. So and I start running. But there's like a constant wind. Anybody will tell you.
Yeah.
So this wind keeps hitting me and I start getting a headache.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying the sun because it's warming me up.
Okay.
Now, I decide, you know what? I need to run quicker so I get out of behind a mountain so this wind stops.
Yeah.
I can feel like I'm at top. There's shade. Now I'm getting cold. Now I have to get out of this mountain. So the plan was to run 40Ks. I can feel like
yeah.
At 23Ks, I turn around. Now I'm going back to the car where I parked it.
Okay.
No, man. Like I was toast.
Okay, so you did some altitude training.
I did three high altitude training. Yeah.
Okay. Eating, what's that like? Like, do you like wow, or you jala, or like, is there a specific eating plan that goes along with your running, or not?
There is, but there isn't. Up until up until May.
Yeah.
Like between Jan and April, I was just eating whatever I want.
Yeah.
But closer to Comrades, that's when I focused on what I was eating.
Okay.
I had to have the right nutrients. I had a lot of pasta, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish as well.
Yeah.
A lot of greens also.
Okay.
And I could feel my body responded very well to that. Like,
okay.
I was, Comrades will drain you before you run. Like I was physically tired. My body was like I was a mess. But as soon as I changed that eating, I could feel my body responding well. My mind was fresher, type of thing. So the diet really helped me. Maybe next year I'll try start earlier with the eating.
With the eating plan, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're lucky enough not to have to like stick to a strict diet.
No, I mean there's really not much to feed here, so my
I
body.
I don't want to say it myself, so I'm glad you did. Yeah. All right. So how much? Almost 5-6 months of like intentional training.
Yeah.
All right. So now, as the time draws closer, what are you speaking to people that have run it before? Is there like a support structure around you to let you know what to do during the race? What's the build up? What's the build up?
The build up is insane.
So you've put in the kilometers. You've got it in your legs. You've started eating right. You've done altitude training. Now it's like a mental.
You gotta get the mind.
You gotta get ready, right? And you need the right kind of information around you. You need the right people to know that you're doing this for the first time. Look out for this. Look out for that. What's that like?
What's out for me? Yeah. I'm a solo runner. Like I belong to a running club, but 90% of the time I'm doing my own runs.
Okay. Why is that?
I prefer it that way because for me it's me and the road.
Okay.
As much as I'll train with
social runner.
I know. As much as I train with you, as my training partner, I don't figure that.
One man.
Okay. It's not a team sport anymore. It's team at the start.
But is that specific to something as huge as Comrades, or is that in general? Because 42, I mean, you can
do it, right?
Yeah.
Household, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't want to have Kgomotso saying, "Watch out for this." Mayama saying, "Look out for that."
Yeah.
Makata saying, "Don't do this,"
and influencing your.
Now I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I had my own strategy. I read up a lot on Comrades, on their Twitter advice and their website. I knew don't do what you haven't done before.
Okay.
So how to jadi gel? I don't eat gels. What I do is I drink water what's on the road and I drink Powerade that's given on the road for every run. Okay. So I stick to that. What's on the race, I'll eat. Okay. But anything else that I haven't tried, I don't mess with that. Okay. So I do that. It was sleepless nights. Like literally, I remember on the Tuesday when the race was on Sunday, I woke up in a sweat and I was frantic. In my dream, in 11:30 and I woke up and the race starts at 5:30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wake up, I reach for my phone and it's 2:30. I'm like, shoo. Like, dude, it was stressful. Just like giggly. I couldn't eat right. I remember on the Saturday, before I went to the expo, I had to force feed myself.
You couldn't jump?
I couldn't jump. Like, I was nervous. I was a wreck. I was a wreck.
All right. So, in terms of support, like people around you, were there other people you knew that were doing it for the first time? What was that?
Yeah, I mean, one of my training partners, Pomfolo.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
We actually ran about 30 Ks together on Sunday last week.
Okay.
He was a seating behind me, so I waited for him at 4 kilometer mark, and then we ran until like 30, and then he was like, "Nah, man, vibe." Because Fields Hill was tough, man. We walked a bit, we ran a bit, we walked a bit, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what, homie? Sheesh."
Yeah, I guess.
No, he felt that the pace that we were running at, if we keep it up,
it's not gonna serve him well.
It's not gonna serve him well.
Okay.
Because I was like, the quicker we run, the quicker we finish. Or if
nah, but you can't say that.
No, my man.
You can't say that when it's 90 Ks.
Because I told my homie after like 10 Ks, I was like, you know what? Let's try and look for the 10-hour bus.
Yeah.
So that when we get tired, we've got a 2-hour buffer. Because I know Kgomotso, they give you 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if we have vision of the 10-hour bus, we have that 2-hour buffer.
To walk.
We can walk, we can rest type of thing, you know?
Okay.
But the support structure, like, Mpo was very key, man. Like,
yeah, I saw him. He was all over the place.
Bro.
You know, posting messages, doing long ass runs. Like, my 70 Ks. I'm like, ah, damn. And this is practice,
bro.
So he was very active, and you could see the excitement and the training. You could see the build up,
bro. Like, people like Ice Mahoti.
Yeah.
My wife is very important. People from Twitter, like,
words of encouragement,
saying, damn, you're flying. I'm like, oh, okay, at least somebody's paying attention. You know, anything to keep my spirits up, to say, you gotta keep going.
Yeah.
So a lot of that helped. My mom was always like, do you really want to do this? I'm like, I gotta, mom. My dad is like,
I'd be the person asking that question. I'm fine, sure.
But yeah, man, like, support is very, very important for a big race like Comrades. I mean, even a marathon. It's a big ask, man.
Yeah. All right, so the weekend finally arrives, right? Talk me through getting there. What do you do ahead of the race? You know, are you nervous at this point in time? What's your stomach doing? Because I know from experience, from having run a marathon, I know stomachs are very iffy, right? Especially if there's anxiety or whatnot. If for some reason, with me at least, it shows through my stomach. Like, but the main reason is that it's my stomach. What's your body feeling like? Like, other than just the sheer.
So I'm sleeping in the hotel room, right?
Yeah. This is in Durban.
This is in Durban. Right?
Okay.
I wake up. It's 3 o'clock. I hit the shower.
3 o'clock. Race starts at 5:30. Okay.
5:30. I hit the shower. Future life. Like, I have a certain routine. Future life, because I know it sticks in my stomach. I hit the bathroom, and then the missus was showering with 3:30. We're out.
Yeah.
We get to the parking lot. There's these two guys who left their car lights on. They're also going to the race. So now they can't get to the race. I'm like, guys, let's hop on.
Yeah.
So I have a religious thing that I have a pre-race playlist.
Yeah.
I run with my Bluetooth speaker on my phone, right?
Okay.
I've got a pre-race playlist.
Which is not particularly legal. But I do that shit too.
Yeah, I mean, there's gray areas in the ASA rules. Listening devices.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly specify.
Everybody can hear it. You can't say somebody's giving me tips on what to do through my speaker, right?
Yeah, I had.
You know?
Can I let
it's you guys who be hearing things. And
yeah, you can do it, man.
So my pre-race playlist is a lot of jazz.
Yeah.
The jazz calmed me down. So it's about a 30-minute playlist.
Yeah.
So the first half is about jazz, the Crusaders, it calms me, right?
Okay. And then the ratchetry. I'm expecting.
Bro, like,
because I went to a race with you in the morning before, and y'all got up and all over my styles,
bro.
Some rather rugged shit.
Dave East, I've got Pusha T, I'm Jeezy, like, I'm wilding, bro. Like, so I get there, we get to the start line.
Yeah.
This is waiting to drive out, and I'm jamming, bro. I'm like, I'm really doing this.
Getting in the zone.
I'm in the zone. The last track I always listen to ever since it came out is Middle Child. So I listen to Middle Child and I'm rapping.
J. Cole. Okay.
Then I tell the missus, I'll see you.
It's about that time.
I'll see you in 10 and a half hours. That was the goal.
Okay. So you went in with a goal. You didn't go in with I just want to finish.
The goal was, I'm going to finish.
Yeah.
The utopian goal was, I'm going to finish in 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time.
Okay. So I get to the start line, get into the seating pen. Man, like, I've been to a lot of races, but Comrades is something else, man. I shed a tear at the start. Because
What's happening? Like the spirit.
Everybody's like, hey man, it's your first time. You're gonna do great. And then you see somebody who's chasing his green number is on number 9. And they're like, oh no, you're gonna get number 10, man. And then somebody's like, oh, you're number 1. Oh, it's your back-to-back. Everybody is rooting for everybody. It's like the Rainbow Nation. And then, so 7 minutes before 5:30, like at 5:23, they play the national anthem.
Okay.
Man, South Africans love their national anthem. Like everybody's belting it out, bro. Like my eyes were welling up when that happened. And then after that, who be not show lows. Then the tears just started coming out. I'm like, focus, be focused. I'm doing this, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, we are the champions.
Yeah. Well, we are the
champions, my friend.
Okay.
And then when that song ends at 5:29 and a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then they play, instead of using a gun, they use a cannon. Boom.
Jesus.
And then the cannon goes, start shuffling forward, run. Now you are running
in the race.
The Comrades.
You're in the race.
It's still dark when we make it. Bro. Then it starts getting light.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man. And another thing that messed my mind up on that race, usually the kilometer markers are like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer. Comrades does that shit in reverse. So now you see 86. I'm like, hold the fuck on. So now you're telling me I still got 86 to go, and then 85, 84. I'm like, really?
Oh, Shapaka countdown,
bro.
I like that though.
Like, but it was dope, man. Like,
okay, so you're in the race now, right? I know there's specific like goal points. Like,
the cutoff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the names of the places, right? Where it's like a particular kilometer mark and whatnot. So these are like known the world over. At which point did you start feeling like maybe I signed up for something rough here? Like, was it within the 42? Was 42 like still a good mark for you because you've done countless 42s, or like were there like points in within like let's say the first 42, because that's a good like measuring stick where you're like, yeah, no, this is a different kind of 42.
It was like, I remember, and I will always respect that hill.
Yeah.
It's called Inchang. I was like, man, because I ran like this Fields Hill, Bottas Hill. I'm like, this is Comrades, man. I thought you all said there's hills. Go back to my home country. I'll show you what the hills is. Bro.
Yeah.
Inchanga humbled me.
What kind of distance was this hill?
It's probably like 6K, bro. And it's never ending. Like, but you're going this way, but people are going that way. I'm like, yo, chill out, bro.
Was this early on?
This is like at 40, maybe 39, 42, like type of mark. Bro, like I was, like when I got there, and then I remembered another guy from Twitter called Sipo. He sent a picture on Twitter. He's like, this is your mark, called Drummond. So Drummond is like the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Like, we did it. I'm like, what did we do? But no, we did it. Because the time that we had, it by default, you should make it if you're at Drummond at that time.
Okay.
So these guys are like, no, well done, Comrades, we did it. I'm like, we didn't do shit, bro.
No, but it's the halfway point within a good time, right? We've
got 43 Ks and my legs are tied. I'm toast. We didn't pay him. So that was, I was like, man, this is crazy. So when I got there, I call up the missus.
Yeah.
I'm like, baby, where are you? She's like, I'm at 50. And I'm like, have another 8. I gotta go. So I keep at it.
Please stick him aside your way.
Bruh. I can move on and I can sharp. I'm like, oh man, 50. I've got 47 to go.
Sure, Shabba,
37 kids. Hey! I'm living my life. 55. Shed a dark tears like, nah, this isn't for me.
Bro, where are you?
I'm like, you know what? the next bail bus that I see, if I'm still feeling like this, I'm getting on there.
Are you serious?
Because my race ended at 55.
Yeah.
I was like literally done.
Then it was just like autopilot from there on.
Bro. The soles of my feet, like I was burning up. I had a headache, like I was a mess. 55 to 82 hours. Literally just.
But like, what do you? Your legs don't want to keep going, right? Your lungs maybe can handle it.
Yeah.
Your head is no longer in the
Your head is like.
What's your
motivation?
Like your markers, like your small little victories in between.
What I did is, I kept looking at my watch to say, your pace is still below 8 minutes a K.
Where's your cutoff? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you run every kilometer at under 8 minutes a K,
you're good.
You're gonna finish the Comrades.
Okay.
So I just kept looking. I'm like, alright, cool. 7:40. Let's pick it up. Let's make it 7 minutes.
Okay.
So
because we were monitoring you.
On the app.
Luatile and I, we'll check. Okay, had a great start. I know. And then I think it was after 42, and I wanted like a slight increase. So towards 42, we saw like a
That's in Changa, bro.
And then at some point, Elle said to me, because we were recording the podcast, so we could see what this between this and this, he was feeling good. Between I want to know, starting to die down, but why fit? So we can see the kilometers move.
Like even if you see between 55 and 82, that's my slowest 30 Ks.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole race, like my splits are going down from 55 to 65, 65, 75, 75 to 82.
Yeah.
Like my splits are like gone. So, like you're talking about the landmarks, get to this monster hill called Poly Shorts.
I've heard.
There's little Poly Shorts and then there's Poly Shorts. So we're going up this Poly Shorts, right?
The main one?
No, the little Poly Shorts.
Okay.
So at the top there's like a water point.
Yeah.
People are giving out water. I grab these salted, you know how you drink tequila with like salt and lemon?
Yeah.
There's salt and oranges.
Okay.
I grab one of those. I take off my shoes and I grab one of these cold water sachets, take off my socks, and I put these water sachets on the floor and I put my feet there. Because I'm burning, bro.
No, wait, like you poured the water in? I'm trying to
No,
understand.
like, I put the water sachet on the ground.
Yeah.
It's still...
Plastic.
Yeah. It's in me.
Yeah.
I take off my socks and I put my feet on this plastic.
Oh, okay, on the floor.
Cool it down. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool it down. And then, what's are these ladies? Is this the top of Poly Shorts? That response nearly broke my heart, man. Like, this lady's like, oh no, honey, you still have to go and climb. Like, really?
At like how many kilometers now?
This is like 82, bro.
So you got like...
This is like 80, 82. And
you're almost there.
I've got 7 Ks to go and I am toast.
How are you doing for time?
Now, I've still got... As I was asking these ladies, the 11:30 bus passes me. I'm like, fuck.
That's touch and go, bro.
Bro.
That is really
so I'm like,
touch and go.
alright, just 7 Ks. I'm mentally preparing. I'm like, 7 Ks, that's my Tuesdays runs when I go from the station.
7 Ks, yeah, that should be
what I do.
But
I get to this Poly Shorts, bro. Nobody's running. Even that bus that left me, nobody's running. Everybody's walking up this hill, bro.
How long a hill?
It's about maybe 2.5 K hill. It is steep. It is long. Like, man. And it's at the finish. You've done 80 Ks
I'm
already.
saying,
bro. So we walk up and...
Wait. Why did you start with the upper? Why is your first one? Or did it not matter?
It's the Comrades. For me, I'm doing the Comrades. I don't care if it's up or down. I'm going to do... If I started next year, I was going to go back for the upper.
Okay.
So I want to do 2 Comrades and that's my thing. Right?
Okay, back to Poly Shorts. I must find a picture. And see what this damn thing looks like, just so our viewers can see.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk up this Poly Shorts and I'm gonna make it. Halfway through, I start with my power walk. So walking almost to a light jog, right?
Yeah. So working the arms now.
Yeah. my plan is, by the time I reach the top of Poly Shorts, I should pass this 11:30 bus, which means I've still got 30 minutes, even if they pass me again.
Yeah.
Got to the top of Poly Shorts, there's like these countdown markers that says 6 or 4K or whatever. And I just cruised it. That last 6K split, I went from 9 minutes a K to 7 minutes a K.
Come back.
I'm home now.
Yeah.
I'm home, baby.
And it was relatively flat.
It's downhill.
Ah.
Running through the burbs.
Oh, okay. So you go up and then
you're like,
that's the last test.
Let's go.
Huh. So what was your time? What was your official time?
My official time is 11 hours, 19 minutes, 51 seconds.
I can't wrap my head around the concept of running for 11 hours.
Bro.
I really can't.
Like
my first 42, I just made it under 6 hours.
Sheesh.
Under 6. No?
6 or 5. Should be 5.
I'm trying to think. I was just over 5.
Yeah.
I was just over 5. Okay, cool. So now, multiplying that shit by 2 just doesn't make sense.
Bro.
Because nigga fedi did out.
Bro.
Alright. What's the first thing that goes through your mind as you see, okay, I'm a few steps away from the finish line? Like,
bro,
are you emotional?
My playlist is so magical. I go into
Scottsville. How did your phone even last for? Or power bank?
When I met the missus, got power bank. I need the music, bro.
Sure.
The one thing that helped me was Kabelo's book, I Ran for My Life.
Yeah.
He talks about how music helps with his tempo when he's doing these runs and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he actually has a playlist of songs at the back.
Really?
That he recommends.
Okay.
So I did my own playlist based on whatever music that I like. So as I get into Scottsville, Hola, congratulate. Yeah, AKA. I'm like, come on.
Right on.
So I get there and I'm like, wow. I did it, bro. And then there's like a tunnel and there's like a small hill. I'm like, I ain't seen no hills, man. I'm going. I'm in here, bro. Like the emotions just came over me. I got there. I'm like 11/19/51. They give me my medal and I cry. Like
I don't see how you could not,
bro.
Honestly,
that thing will tax you mentally, emotionally, physically, everything.
Okay. If I'm trying to run the Comrades at some stage in my life, maybe not within the next year or 3.
Yeah.
What would you advise if I'm right? Because maybe let's assume that if I'm an amateur runner,
a social runner,
social runner, maybe you should play my 10 with a group of friends. Maybe I tested myself with a 21, but I'm not about to go crazy. Over like
you're running to finish the Comrades.
Yeah. Well, how would you first? Because something that huge, right? Something that potentially once in a lifetime. Somewhere spacey.
That ain't experience same way.
Because you don't go from trying to lose weight to okay, now I'm gonna run 90K. Come on. On some level.
You're nicely net boogie but what I would recommend is commit. If you decide, you know what, next year I'm gonna run the Comrades, register as soon as they open.
Yeah. And registrations should be open. Well, the date is out.
Yeah, the date is out. 14 June, we'll be running down from Pietermaritzburg to Durban.
Yeah, guys.
Hopefully I'll do the 10:30 then, but you never know. There's a big hill that went downhill, like 10 Ks coming out of Durban.
Yeah.
So that's going to be at 80 Ks going to Durban. So we'll see how that goes. But I say register.
Yeah.
Find a training program. There's tons of them on. I think Comrades also has them.
Yeah.
You're gonna need at least 2 pairs of shoes. Proper running shoes. You don't just go there, get the Air Force.
For your training?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need a good pair of running shoes. You go into any running store like the Running Inn or Runaway Sport where they specialize in running. Kabelo's new gym thing has.
Yeah. Actually, people should check that out. I think it's called. I know the running group is called Kgomotso.
Yeah. I think that's the name of the store as well.
Yeah.
Get in there. They'll literally tell you run that way, run back, and they'll tell you what sort of shoe.
What kind of foot you have.
What kind of foot you have. What's ideal for that. What your goal is, and train. You need to train your mind. You need to train your emotion. You need to train your body. So when I wanted to take a lift, I was like, nah, this is training for Comrades. You need to tell your mind you are going to finish. And I literally ran the full 39 Ks that I plan to run. Even though every time I heard a car's like,
yeah,
you know, you need to train, you need to eat right. That's literally, and you need like a solid support structure where people are gonna understand that you're not going out on Friday.
You're not living a regular life.
You're living, breathing, eating comrades for the first 5 months. Get those 1,000 kilometers in you, and you're golden.
Okay. So now, in your life personally, right, outside of the running, what do you think running has done for you,
bro?
Like outside of the physical, like mentally, your relationships. What do you think running has done for you?
I literally cannot find anything negative to say because
negative. How can negative anyone?
The sort of discipline that you put into running, it goes into your work life.
Yeah.
So where some things at work you want to put on the back burner and then eventually the boss will forget about it.
Yeah.
You end up doing everything.
Okay.
Your time management gets better because you know I want to finish this so I can go home and run.
Yeah.
Or I can go home and rest.
Yeah.
You become more diligent in everything, more thorough in everything that you do. Like for example, I used to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol no more. Like this is non-alcoholic beer because every time I'm like, I want to go out on Friday. It means go shimisa, but I want to go run
on Saturday morning. And it becomes I know that life.
And I'm like, now it's Saturday. I've ran. I'm tired. I can't go out on Saturday. Sunday, I'm like, my plan says I gotta go run. So there's a lot of things. I'm saving a lot of money because going out one night will cost you like $500, $600.
Yeah.
And a race will cost you $100.
Yeah.
So you're saving a lot more. Like there's so many things. Like my mind is healthier because when you're physically active, your mind is active.
Yeah.
So my mind is sharper. My body, I naturally have a high metabolism, but now I'm eating well. On Sunday, I lost 3 kgs. Believe it or not.
Out of the race,
11 hours, lost
just
3 kgs.
Three feels kind of light, bro. But you don't have much.
I don't have 3 to lose, right? But between Sunday and today, I probably gained 1.5 kilograms.
Okay.
So there's tons of stuff, man.
I don't know. What's been the worst thing about running in your life? What's the worst thing about running in general?
Injury.
Yeah. Injury.
Yeah. Running becomes so addictive because physiologically, it's like taking a drug.
Yeah.
So when you exercise, the brain pumps dopamine, right?
Yeah.
So the body gets used to the dopamine levels of a run.
Yeah.
Once you stop
that
because of injury or like you're on a 2-3 day rest,
you
feel like
me.
You feel very bleh and type of thing. So that's the worst. Like when you get an injury or when it rains and you can't run.
Yeah.
Like those sort of things rile you up, but you gotta take it in your stride, right?
Okay. So beyond the personal reasons for running, right? You're also involved in some charity and fundraising.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
So, as part of Carlito's Road to Comrades 2019...
find that hashtag and check it out.
I actually just came back from one of the shelters that I was raising funds for. It's called the House Group in Hillbrow. I was there this morning.
Okay.
It's a house for 35 battered and abused girls.
Okay.
Young girls. All under 18. So I went there to tell them, guys, last week this time, I was doing something magical for you guys. So I asked people on social media donate 87 Rand 70 cents because the Comrades is 87.7 kilometers, and I'll just confirm we just raised under about 6,000 for that charity.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Thank you to everybody who gave that 87.70 Rand to the charities. It goes a long way. So what I was telling these girls, because I mean, they literally have nothing. They ran away from home because their dads were drunks or they were getting raped or whatever. And I told them...
some trauma.
I told them at the Comrades, I sat down and I wanted to quit. But such is life.
Yeah.
Inchanga is part of life. polish shorts is part of life. You know? So I was explaining to them, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? She's like, I want to be a doctor. I'm like, if you listen to the ladies here who take care of you guys, if you go to school, if you ask them, how do I get a bursary? How do I go into medical school? They'll find that information for you. Ask for help. You follow the rules. You'll be something in life, right? Yeah. But what touched me is after this little talk, because we had a bride and then we had food, and then after that, I tell them this story about Comrades, right? And then what touched me was after that, they're like, oh, thank you so much. Happy Father's Day. I'm like, whoa. I ain't a daddy no more. And these chicks are like, but you're our father. I'm like, whoa.
Are you serious?
Bro, I was like, man, this is something magical.
That's heavy, man.
Bro.
But that's, jeez, man. But that shows how much impact what you're doing is having on them.
All I want people to feel what I feel when I run. Like, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
It's you have to sort of run to
understand
how I feel when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
But for me to project that sort of feeling onto these kids, for them to see me as a father, that was like, my job is done.
That's heavy.
Like, I was like, man, I gotta keep doing it. I gotta keep doing it.
All right. Where else from here? Because like, you don't run
Comrades and stop
Comrades, and then like, what's the next big thing? Is the next one the next big thing, or are you doing something for in terms of your cycling that you were mentioning? What's next for Carlito?
I've got for the rest of the calendar. There's obviously the half marathons and 10K races throughout the year.
Yeah.
Big one, 1st of September, Vaal City Marathon in Vanderbilt Park.
That's a nice flat one.
Nice and flat, yeah.
If I've heard correctly.
15th of September, we go out to the mother city again, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon.
Oh yeah.
The 5th of October, we're in my hometown, the Maseru City Urban Road Challenge.
I actually wanted to talk to you about that. What are you doing back home in terms of running? What's your involvement there?
Myself and a couple of business partners of mine have started a race.
Okay.
It's in its 5th year this year.
Damn, 5th?
5th year, yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a half marathon, we've got 10K, we've got a 5K. One of the things that I like about running is it helps me travel.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to go away, I'm like, is there a race?
Is there a race?
Like, I would have never gone to Seattle if it wasn't for the Seattle Marathon.
Yeah.
Before I turn 40, I want to have a marathon on every continent.
On every continent, yeah. You've shared this with me before.
So if you want to go to Lesotho, there's a reason. Like, you go run, you go explore the country.
Yeah.
Right? It's literally, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Like, when I go up running in Simongomo, Mudimuntusa, I'm like, man, my country's mad beautiful.
Beautiful,
right?
Yeah. All right. What's this race called? How can people get more information with that?
We've got a Facebook page called Maseru City Urban Road Challenge.
Okay.
That's our main communication platform. You can hit us up on Twitter as well at MCURC2019.
Okay.
We've got a half marathon, 10K, 5K. You can enter online at
Are entries open right now?
Yeah, it's open right now. Raceinfo.co.za. You see our logo there. You just click on that, you fill it in, and then you pay online.
What are the dates?
5th of October. We tie it in with the Independence Day of Lesotho. Lesotho celebrates independence on the 4th of October. So the first Saturday of every October.
Okay.
So we're in there. So I've got that on the 5th of October, and then I've got Soweto Marathon on the 4th of November, and then
I need to get registered for that.
94.7 Challenge on the 18th of November. So those are the 5 big things. But I'll be doing a lot of charity work on that as well. People to donate. I'll be working with a charity called Royal Kids in Cape Town. Yeah. And then the House Group as well. And I'm working with God's Love Center in Lesotho.
Okay. Where, if people want to get involved in terms of the charity, in terms of finding out about your running journey, pictures, support, where are you available? Where can people get a hold of you?
I'm always available. Like I did in January, I asked people on Twitter, do you want a running guide? And then I sent that out. So hit me up on Twitter at MarriedMac. You can...
yeah, that is true. That is true.
You can hit me up on email, Khaks Twitter at gmail.com. It's KHAKS Twitter @gmail.com.
Yeah, and we'll have all this information below this video, so you can check that out.
So yeah, hit me up if you want anything about running. I'm always happy to bring one person onto the running community. It's a good time. You meet lots of people from different. You
do. That's one thing I appreciate about running.
Backgrounds. So yeah, man.
Okay. Doc, thanks for coming through.
Thank you so much for.
I don't know if I covered everything.
Everything.
Comrades is a heavy race, so
I could go on talking the whole day about running, man. This is my passion. I love it. Love it.
All right, Doggy. As always, good to see you.
Always dope.
Thanks for coming out. This has been not your regular episode of the weekend special. No sports. No.
The big C. The big C is all about this.
No results. Nothing to look forward to this weekend. The Proteas are doing their own damn thing anyway. So let's not even get into that. We had to cover the Comrades. We had to cover my homie's experience. Unfortunately, Mpo couldn't make it, but I wanted to have a chat with him as well. But I think it's been a great episode. Thanks for coming through and having a chat with us. You guys know where to catch these episodes. We're now officially on YouTube. This would be the second video now that's available on YouTube. But the audio, the podcast is available on every damn platform. SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Zonke and J at TWS_SA is the handle on Twitter and Instagram, and the Weekend Special Sports Podcast on Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Once again.
And shout out to the Raptors.
Yeah. Also now you're a Toronto guy now, so let's Drake now. Alright, peace out, guys.